Hello everyone, welcome back to another AALD workshop video. I'm Joseph and today I'll teach you guys how to use like a few Rhino 3D modeling commands. And so as you can see, I already have like a few objects in Rhino. And so basically I'm going to recreate these objects by using like those commands that I'm going to talk about. So let's start with like these two doors. They're like really simple doors. You can like if you're actually modeling them, maybe you can add more details, but for now I'm just gonna like use really simple objects to do for this tutorial. So let's start off just to make like the rectangle, and then there's like an opening or like a window circle in the middle, and that's how it looks like in like just only using curves. So the first command that I'm gonna use, is called the surface from planar curves. So you can find it from over here. Right click this object, and the second one, this is the command surface from planar curves. So usually you select whatever curves that you want to make into a surface, and you click on it. So I don't know if you guys can see. So basically it's like whatever is like in the inside will be empty, so it's like a cut for it. That's why it's like really handy for making like these windows or doors. And it's actually the same for the other one. So make rectangle, so two other rectangles, the same. So select everything, and here you can see it's actually really easy. And the best thing about this command is that it's not only for like openings. So for example, usually how people like make 3D object, it's like use like this box command. So you just extrude it and make it like a 3D object. But like sometimes if you have like an object or like a shape that's like really kind of irregular, so it's like really hard to like using these cylinder or like box to recreate it. So what you want to do is you just like draw it in like a planar. The thing for like planar curves surface is every like for the curves, it has to be like on the same planar, so it has to be flat. That's why I'm like drawing it in like a specific view. So I usually do it in top view instead of like doing like a perspective view. And then so after you have like this curve just selected, and again just go to this command surface from planar curves, click on it, and there you have it. That's your surface. And that's why it's like really useful in some situation when you have like some free-form objects. And the second command, I believe a lot of you guys already know, but is extrude surface. So extrude surface, let's just type it out. Extrude surface. So basically it's like you select one side of surface, and then let's say I have a surface here, enter, and then you can extrude it and giving it like thickness. So let's say we do like 0.5, and this is your door. Of course it doesn't have to be that thick, but this is just the tutorial, right? Same for the other. And actually there's a quicker way, or like how I do it. It's like instead of typing extrude surface, when you click on the surface or like the object, you can see like this little dot over here. It's actually like a kind of shortcut of extrude surface. Like it does the same thing. And for example, you want like a specific thickness to it, you don't have to just drag the little tiny ball here. You can click on it and just type whatever thickness you want. So let's say 0.2. and that's also a way of using extrude surface. And sometimes some of you guys might wonder like, oh, when I click onto the object, I don't see like the whatever gumball tool. And how you can like turn it on is actually like under here, over here, says gumball, and then you just click on it, like activate it, and then it should show now. So yep, that's a 2 command. And the third one that I'm gonna talk about is command called pipe. So you can see like here I have like some like air ventilation grill and like some balustrade, like street balustrade. So let's start with the balustrade. So let's just draw it in like curves. So really easy, like just draw the shape like this. So like you can see there's curve, right? So what we can do, instead of like just drawing it like this, here's a faster way. It's called like fillet curves. Click on it over here, fillet curves, and then click on the 2 sides that you want to, like the angle, the 2 curves to like fillet the edge. Let's do it again. So that's like the shape of like the balustrade, right? And then you can see like this is like a kind of cylinder shape kind of thing. So what we can do is like we select the entire thing, type the command called pipe, and then over here you can see like it wants like the radius of like the pipe. So let's do 0.1, and then it'll ask you to like plug in another number for the end radius, like the other end. So we want the same, and then just enter again, and then now we kind of already have one balustrade, but I think this one is like thicker, so you can like put in a larger number for the radius when Rhino is asking. And this tool is really useful because you don't have to like draw everything and then make like a surface, but instead you just draw the line, and then the pipe will like draw like a cylinder, 3D cylinder along the line. And then for like the grill over here, another thing for like pipe is like really convenient is because like when you have like a lot of lines and stuff, it's really hard, or like it takes you a lot of time to like make it like surface and surface. So let's try to like remake this one. So let's draw another rectangle. Sorry. Then divide, let's do 6 over here, divide, let's do 5. Okay, so right here we're just gonna like draw out the grill. This is where like the annoying part, like if there's like so many curves or like lines, and if you want to like use like the surface planar curves command, you have to like draw like every one of them like these to like draw the opening, and then it'll take a lot of time. So for pipe, you can like just select all the lines you want, and then click pipe. So radius, let's just do 0.2 maybe, and then just click enter. And then you already have like everything that you need, which is why it's really useful for with like when you're making objects with like really messy lines or like a lot of lines. Just 2.1. And also, especially like for these objects, they're like street objects. So when you make 2D, let's say I want to make 2D. Let's go to ISO view. For example, I want to make 2D of this object. Oh, make 2D. So it has like a lot of things you can do, right? It has like hidden lines, silhouette, tangent edges. Usually it depends on like what kind of scale and detail you want. Usually I don't check any boxes. Just click OK. And then over here in the top view, we have like this this isometric view of like the grill, but all in curves because I already made 2D. But like for example, another way is like I have the hidden lines box checked. When I make 2D, it will show like whatever lines like underneath or like behind the object that's usually hidden. And of course you can make like these lines like into dotted lines or like a thinner line weights in Illustrator. But imagine you're working on like a kind of urban scale with like large building blocks. These objects will be like really small. So if you zoom out a lot, there's like really messy lines going on and it would be really hard to see. So just be aware of like how much detail you want to show, and of course like the scale of your drawing. Like for example, if my drawing is only like focusing on the objects, then maybe I can have like like hidden lines or like adding more details to it. But imagine you're like working on a really larger scale, then it will probably won't show, and it will make your drawing like or the object like really messy. So just keep that in mind. And that's actually, I think that's pretty much it. So at the end, let's just like use like all these commands to like remake like a chair or like a bench at the end. Okay, so let's just start it. So we have like 2 legs, and then like just a bench, a rail, handrail thing. Let's just start with like this bench. Really easy. Just like use the command box, and we can already like make this. This is really easy, the easiest part. And then so for the leg part, as you can see, I kind of use like the pipe command. So we just draw like this. Make it like smaller. Then pipe. The radius, for the radius, we can use like 0.2 maybe, 0.2. The other end is the same. Enter. So that's like 1 leg. Let's just be that. Should make it longer. Then here. So now we have the legs already. So it's like really easy. And then for the last part, I didn't use the pipe command because I want to use like the surface from planar command that we talked about earlier. You're too big. Okay. So how we're making this, so we basically just draw this object in 2D. So let's just draw this like an angle. Choose mirror. the same. Okay, and then I don't know if you guys remember, I use like the command fill a curve, and I've actually forgot to like mention the radius. Like you can make the curve like basically like how big is the radius of the curve. Let's do 0.5 instead of 1, so the curve will be smaller. Again on this side. So this only one line can use the command of surface from planar curves, because surface from planar curves has to be like a closed curve. So, but apparently it's just only one curve over here. So let's make it like let's use offset to give it like making an actual closed curve. Join, and then offset. You use 0.2 thicker. Okay, so now we just close it off. And since the bench is like flat, right, so we also want to make the object flat, so let's just trim these lines away, and now we have the shape of it. So just click surface from planar curves, then now we already have it, and then use the command extrude surface. I use like this tiny ball and drag it up, or you can give it a number, click on it, say 0.2, make it smaller, and it's done. It's really easy, fast. Oh, like I'm only using like 3 to 4 commands to like make all these stuff, and they're also like really easy to make. So yep, this is like the tutorial. And other than this, actually ALD has like asset package that you can like download from online, and this is like the 3D model asset package. It includes like streetcar, light posts, some benches, some vehicles, bike, balustrade, etc. And all of these link will be in the description. Other than like the isometric models, there are also like vector people silhouettes, Illustrator line work trees, and some 2D isometric elements that you can download, and they're all free. And of course, link will be in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please please subscribe to ALD, because we're gonna have like a series for focusing on like modeling and or for like ARC200 assignments. So please subscribe, follow our Instagram page and Discord, where we post like these kind of workshops, announcements, portfolio reviews, and some office hour for Daniel student. And thank you so much.